All right, so I wanted to show you guys two things today, actually three things. So these are 37s, and this is a hostile wheel, and it is a offset, a zero offset. And I wanted to show you guys what I had to do to fit these on this truck. Now, obviously the rear fits just fine, as you can see. I've still got my mud flap on, but on this, and you can see how gnarly these are. I mean, these tires they just come out with these this year. They're a Goodyear Wrangler Boulder MT. And as you can see, it's a 37, 12, 50, 20. And this tire is supposed to run about the same size as a Toyo MT. Now, full disclosure, I get a killer deal on Goodyear tires. If any of you guys are a USAA member, you can get the same deal. Just look on their website. But these hostile wheels are a 20x9, like I said, with a zero offset. So when we put them on, everything's fine until you turn the wheel. Now, when I turn the wheel, I'm going to show you what I had to do, or what I'm going to have to do. So it doesn't even come close to touching with it just like this, even when it's turning. But with this on, this is originally put like this with the mud flap. Or actually, I've got the wrong side, but I'll show you. I think so. I'll show you. So this sits like that, and it's pushed up in there. Well, you can see how far this piece over here, this right here on this clip, this from here over just sticks out in this wing here. So when you're looking in there, you see how far back this is? This just sticks straight out through here. And the tire was rubbing on this piece right here on the edge. You can see where the ring is, where it was touching right there. See it right there in the line? So I'm going to shave that. But other than that, these tires do not hit at all. And I'm going to show you in the video the sound difference between the Duratrax and these tires. The reason I swapped was I absolutely hate how the Duratrax pick up every rock under the sun. Now, a lot of you guys don't like big MT tires because they make a lot of noise, but I think you're going to be super surprised at the sound difference in these Boulder MTs and these Duratrax. Now, the next thing, when you're looking at these trucks, I've seen a lot of people, and you can see here, look at all these rocks. I mean, these things, you can't get them out. I mean, they're in there like crazy because of the way these small cleats are in this. And they say they've got stone ejectors in them. I have run 90 mile an hour, and the rocks don't come out of there. So a lot of people, I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen on the forums that people are putting, I've not seen MTs. This is one of the first ones I've seen with MTs on it. Especially this gnarly of a tremor truck with no lift. I don't have any lift. I don't have anything done to it. It's just completely factory lift height. But like I said, these are a negative offset. I've seen everybody say that a negative or a positive 12 is the best offset to get. So when you're looking at these, and this will show you, like I said, if I turn that tire, I'm going to show you where it's at. Let's see. So, have to start it here. Turn so much easier like that. All right, so I'm pretty close right there. So you can see right there how much clearance I've got with it turned in. And it's probably a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch right there. And like I said, when I trim that other piece, I can put it back on and be just fine. But what I was saying is, if you're looking into these and you're looking into getting tires and wheels, you're going to want anywhere from a +18, not a negative, but a +18 20x9 up to a 0mm offset and a +12. So a 0mm is dead center of the rim where it mounts. So you've got the same, you've got 4.5 inches out and 4.5 inches in. Now, a plus 18 or a plus 12 is going to be in further inside the truck. So I'll show you again where these sit at on the, well, we'll just look down it like this. Front tire is turned out, but you can see on the rear. So it's identically flush with where this sticks out on your truck. And on the front, they stick out a little bit further. Let me turn them back in so you guys can see 100% sure. That way you help make decisions, because when I was looking at this, it was, you know, not everybody was trying to give me all the info. But I'll show you right here where they stick out. So you can see there, probably, I would say 1.5 to 2 inches in the front. It's not quite past the line here, but it sticks out far enough that you can see, you know, it is sticking out some, but I think it absolutely looks perfect. What do you guys think? I mean, this to me is, it's got a little bit of rake in the front. You can't even hardly tell it because how the wheels set in there, but I mean, I really love the look of it. I think the chrome actually set the truck off. These are a Hostile Lunatic wheel. They're, I don't know if I got a good deal on them or not, but I paid after tax and everything, it was $1,340 or something. So you guys can decide that. Anyway, I hope this video helps. All right, so we're gonna see, before I get these wheels and tires put on, going from a almost 35-inch tire that is not as aggressive. I'm running a Duratrack right now. Let's see what it is when we get up to about 60 mile an hour on the highway and see what the decibel reading is. Well, that's 70, but let's see. So between 62 and 64 at 68 mile an hour, which is super quiet. These Duratracks, I mean, you can hear them, but they're not, they are aggressive on the outer ring of the tire, but the inner ring has quite a few little pieces. But the reason I want to get rid of these is because they pick up every rock that you cross. I mean, they just pick up everything. And I wanted to go to a different wheel, so I'll show you guys that too. I also wanted to tell you guys, before I swap over to these tires, they're 37-inch tires. I've been averaging between 17 and 19 depending on where I'm driving. I've been doing a lot of towing here too, and my average has been between 12 and 15 depending on how I'm driving. Now, I will tell you, just like all the other videos, when I drive, and I 90% of the time drive way over the speed limit. I shouldn't, but that's where I'm comfortable driving. And I'm not going to get the best fuel mileage. I never have tried to, but this truck has consistently went up in fuel mileage. And I also installed a Banks ram air intake. I've got a video on that coming, and I've just installed that, so that's not changed anything. But also, I've been, just for the record, I just had to fill up with DEF, and I've only got 2,363 miles, and I had about 300 miles till empty. And I just put in 2.5 gallon already. So my guess is this truck is probably going to use about between 2,000 and 3,000, or between 2,000 and 3,000 miles. It's going to use the whole tank of DEF, assuming they filled it up from the factory. But I guess we'll see on this second round. All right, so we'll get these out on the parkway and run 70 to 80 in them and see how they sound. These are, about as MT as you could get. He said they balanced out almost perfect. So far driving this, I can't tell that much difference in far as like driving in power wise with a 37 on. Let's see, we're at 76 right now. Let's see what the decibel reading is. So we went up 1 to 2 decibels, if that. I'm running 75 and I was running 68 on the other one.
In 1.7 miles, take exit 91 to merge onto Kentucky Route 61 toward Hodgenville.
So I don't think there's any noise difference in them. What do you think? Do you hear them like roaring?
I was expecting to.
No, because they're gnarly, but those things, I mean, we're running 80 mile an hour and it's smooth as glass driving down through here. So far, so good. That's excellent. We're at, yeah, I mean, 65 decibel. So I'd say they're no different than the original Duratrax are in comparison. If you guys are looking for any work done in Elizabethtown, this place is excellent. They can put 37s on. Their machine doesn't even touch the tires. And so this is a really good place to get your stuff done at.